Hello children, welcome to online science class. In our first chapter, we have seen different types of food habits of different animals. We have learnt about carnivorous, herbivorous, omnivorous and the method how different animals eat their food. So, today in our second chapter, we are going to learn about safety measures that we should take when we are in our school, at home and when we are outside. So, before going to the lesson, so let's not waste the time and start our lesson. So, today in our second unit, materials, we are going to learn safety and home. So, to do that, I want all of you to open your books so that we don't miss any of the safety measures we have to take at our home, school and outside. So, all of you please open your textbooks and look into the textbooks while I am reading. Lesson Safety and Home. Accidents happen when we are careless. We may get hurt in the accident. Sometimes it may take a long time to become healthy again. To avoid accidents, we should be careful and follow safety rules. So, what is he telling us? What is our textbook telling us? It is given that accidents happen when we are careless. Not always. Accidents do happen when we are careless, but not all the times. Even though when we are very careful, sometimes we may get hurt and sometimes we may come across few accidents, but taking care, taking safety measures always avoids accidents. So that is the reason why we should be very safe. So whenever, if it is a small accident, that's okay. If it is a small hurt, that's okay. It may be cured in 1 or 2 days, but when we come across big accidents, it may take a long time to recover again. So, in this course, in this due course, to get recover again, we will be suffering with the pain and all our regular works will be disturbed and we also become very weak by health. So, accidents are very dangerous, it disturbs our regular schedule and it also causes pain and it also makes us unhealthy. So, always keep practicing safety measures and be safe. Now, observe the pictures here in the downside of the paper which are given to us. These are the 3 pictures given to us. So, what do you understand by the picture? A boy, while getting down of the staircase, he slipped and he hurt his leg. And the girl sitting here stepped on a banana peel and broke her arm. And the third picture, while sharpening the pencil, the girl got hurt and started bleeding. So, all these 3 accidents can be avoided by taking the safety measures. How? We should not run on the staircases, which we regularly do. As a students at home and at school, whenever there is a break time or whenever there is a lunch time, what do? We push each other, we wanted to be first, we wanted to get on first and we pushed other children, other students, your friends and run speed on the staircase, which causes you slipping on the staircase and getting hurt. So what we have to do, whenever we get down from the staircase, we should be slow, and our foot should be placed properly on the step. Do not place your foot half on the step. Generally what do? We just place half, just our heel or the toes we place on the step and we try to climb up or get down from the stairs. No, that's not at all safe on the staircase. So whenever we get down from the staircase or when we climb up, we should place our complete foot on the step and we should be slow and we should not run on the staircase. And the next accident is completely out of carelessness and irresponsibility of others. What happened to the girl? She stepped on the banana peel and she slipped. So where should be a banana peel thrown? It should be thrown in a dustbin. Its place is in the dustbin after it is eaten. But what did the people who ate did? They just threw the banana peel on the road, on the side. So what happened? While a girl is passing, even though there is no mistake of her, when she stepped on the banana peel, she fell down. And what happened? Her arm got broke. It's a major accident. Yes, when we break an arm, it takes at least 40 days to become normal again, and the girl has to undergo a lot of pain. So what we have to do whenever we eat banana or whenever we eat any type of snacks, the wrappers or the peels should be thrown properly in the dustbin. And the third thing, what is the girl doing? The girl is sharpening the pencil with a blade. Is it the way to sharp? No. What we have to use? We have to use a sharpener. In sharpener also we have a blade, but it is surrounded by some cover so that our fingers does not get hurt. So using a sharpener is a safety measure practice while we are sharpening a pencil. So these are the safety measures by which we can avoid such accidents. Now all of you turn your page and let's read some safety rules. We should follow safety rules everywhere, at home, in school, on the road, and even in the playground. Taking safety measures in the playground is very important, because that is the place where we get big hurts, and we also come across a big accidents. These rules guide us to be safe, keep others also safe. What is safety means? Safety doesn't mean only our safety. Safety also means the other people's safety. Just like in the case of banana peel, the person who has eaten the banana has only thought about his safety. He never thought that if a person steps on it, he may fall and get hurt. If he had thought that, he would have put the banana peel in the dustbin. So safety doesn't mean only the personal safety. It also means the other people's safety. Now, it is very important to follow some simple safety rules at school. Always walk in a queue and do not push each other. So as we discussed while talking about the staircase at school, what we have to do? We have to walk in a queue and we should not push each other. Do not throw objects, use a sharpener to sharpen pencil. Do not use a blade. You may cut your finger. Yes, using the sharpener is the best practice to sharpen your pencil, not the blade. Do not throw objects or at anyone, as you may hurt someone. So here we are talking about the safety of others. Do not throw any kind of objects. Don't think it's a small object or a big object, heavy object. No. Throwing objects on the others is very bad practice. It may hurt people. You might be thinking, pencil is a very light-weighted one, it does not hurt anybody. But if it touches our eye or nose, it may hurt. Even our eye may start bleeding. So even sometimes the pencil is also a harmful thing when it is thrown on the others. So always think about the safety of others also. Do not throw any objects on any other people. Do not climb on the desks and you may fall and get hurt. Do not climb on the desks or walls, anything that is higher than you. If it is bigger than if it is in a good height than your height, don't try to jump on it or don't try to sit on it. While getting down, you may fall, your leg may slip and you may get hurt. Be safe in the playground. Play a fair game following rules. Do not hurt anyone with your bat or ball. Wait for your turn at a swing. Do not push anyone. So generally in the playground, what games do we play? We play all the running games and jumping games. As a playground is an outdoor stadium where we use bats, balls, shuttle rackets and swings, running, skipping also. So do not hurt anyone with your playing things, that it might be a bat, it might be a ball or any other object with which you are playing. It hurts very badly. And the most important rule while playing the game is play a safe game following game rules. Always play fair game in the games, even though it doesn't matter even if you win or lose, but playing a fair game following all the rules is very important. And do not use any of the objects that you are playing with to hurt others. While swinging, I know swinging is our best play that we love to have. While swinging, do not push the swing speedily or do not pull the swing to stop the swing. By pulling the swing, the person who is sitting on the swing may fall down, or by pushing the swing speedily also, the person who is sitting on the swing will fall down, and if the swing returns back, it will hurt you very badly. So while at swinging, always turn for your side, always turn for your turn. After one person finishes swinging, after getting down, after the swing stops, you better climb onto the swing and have fun. So next, safe on the road. These are the rules. We have seen the rules that we have to follow at the school, in the playground, and now on the road. On the road, what are the minimum safety rules that we have to follow? Always walk on the pavement. So what is pavement? Pavement. Pavement is the place that is given for the pedestrians. So what is pedestrians? Pedestrians are the people who walk on the road without any vehicle. People who go on foot, they are called as pedestrians, and the place left for the pedestrians is called as pavement. So whenever you are without vehicle, you are going on your foot, always walk to the left side of the road and walk safely on the pavement, and use zebra crossing to cross the road. Before crossing, first look onto your right and to on left, and then right again. Then cross the road when the road is clear. So what do you do? Whenever you want to cross the road, you simply cross the road? No, it's not the right thing to do. What we have to do? We have to observe whether the vehicles are coming from this side or this side. First look at right side, then look at left side and look at right side. Observe and make sure that no vehicles are coming and the road is clear to cross. Then cross the road from your side to the other side. Never play on the road. Road is not a playground. Road is not a place to play. So what we have to do? We should never play on the road, because the bikes or the cycles or any vehicle that is coming on the road may hit us and we may get hurt. Never put a part of your body out of a moving vehicle. Very important point. That is, whenever you are traveling by bus, by car, by bike, whatever the means of transport may be, what measure should be taken? Do not put your hands or head outside the window. When you are traveling by bus or car, do not peep out through the glass window of the car or bus, and do not put your hands like this on the bus window or a car window. And whenever you are traveling on the bike, whenever you are sitting at the back of your father's bike or mother's bike or anybody's bike, do not move or bend to the either sides. Do not try to get on or get off of a moving bus. No, that is not at all a safety thing. Do not climb up or do not climb down a moving bus, moving car or a moving bike. Any vehicle that is moving, do not try to climb or do not try to get off from the vehicle. Now, these are the measures that we have to take when we are on the road. Now, how many types of measures did we learn till now? We have learned the measures we have to take care at home. Sorry, not at home, school. At school, at playground, and road. Now we are going to learn the safety measures that we have to take care when we are at home. What, ma'am, do we need to be safe even when we are at home? Yes, we need to be, because at home we have electricity, we have kitchen where we use gas, where we use the stove which produces fire. Fire is also very dangerous, and we also have doors and windows where we can get hurt to our fingers and to the fingers of our feet while crossing the door or while closing and opening the windows. It is very necessary to be safe even when we are at home. So now let us read out what are the safety measures. Here are some safety rules you should follow at home. Do not leave your toys, bags and books lying on the floor. You may trip over them and get injured. This is very dangerous, not only for us, for also our parents, for also the elders who are living with us, like our grandparents. This mistake generally we do. What do we do? Whenever we come out from the outside, or whenever we come from the school, what do? We throw our bag, we throw our belt, we throw our shoes, or we throw the things that we buy from the outside, and just we simply relax. What happens? After some times, if you walk on the same place, you may trip over the objects and you may fall and you may get hurt. This is not only for your sake, for your parents and grandparents' sake also. So do not throw the objects here and there at home. Keep the objects safely where they have to be put. Be careful while walking on the bathroom floor. You may slip and hurt. So this might be a little bit difficult for you, because all of you have a habit of dancing in the bathroom. Yes, I know. Yeah, I know you sing and dance in the bathroom, but do not do that, as nowadays the floors of the bathrooms are very smooth, they are very dangerous. You might be slipping in the bathroom. So always walk carefully in the bathroom. Be careful with the sharp things like knives, scissors and blades. Scissors, blades, knives, these are easily available in our houses, as they are used for the cooking purposes and many other things. So do not touch or do not use knives, scissors and blades without the permission of your parents. And if you need a blade or knife or scissors, take the things or take the materials that has to be cut to your parents. Ask your parents to cut it as if in whatever shape you want it to be. And do not run while climbing up and down the stairs. This we have learnt in the safety measures that we have to take care at the school. So do not climb up speed on the stairs and do not climb down very fast on the stairs. Do not touch electrical appliances or switches with wet hands. You may get electrical shock. This is also very important. With wet hands, you are not supposed to touch any of the electrical things. It might be a switch. First of all, nicely make your hands dry and then you try to turn on the switch. But with your wet hands, you are not allowed to touch even a single wire, even though it doesn't have a power supply. It is very dangerous to touch the electrical things when your hands are wet. It may cause you an electrical shock. Do not go near the gas stove or hot pans. Fire hurts you badly. Yes, we are not allowed to go into a kitchen or to touch the hot pans or the gas stove. Fire hurts us very bad. Fire injuries are very bad and very painful. Do not take any medicine without asking your parents. Do not take any type of medicines, even though you are aware of the medicine, even though that medicine is used for certain purpose, even if you are aware, do not use it without the permission of your parents. So these are the safety measures that we have to take care at our home. Now, even though we are very careful and even though we follow all the safety measures, sometimes accidentally we may get hurt. Then what should we do? We should use first aid box. What we should use? We should use first aid box. What is first aid box? first aid box is nothing but the treatment we do before the doctor comes. The first aid is the treatment given to an injured person even before the doctor arrives. When the person gets hurt, we immediately take him to the hospital or we call the doctor. By the time we reach the hospital or the doctor comes to us, we can do simple treatment, that is called as first aid, and all the things which are used for the first aid put in a box is called as first aid box. So to whom we have to do first aid and what is first aid, how we have to do, let us read out. First aid is the help we give to an injured person before the doctor comes. If the person is not hurt badly, simple first aid helps. If the person is not hurt very badly, simple first aid will help the person to feel better. If the person has hurt very badly, we cannot try with a first aid. Necessarily we have to take him to the hospital. If you get hurt, go to an adult immediately. For our sake, for as children, what you have to do? If you get hurt, what you have to do? You should not simply sit and cry. Immediately go to an elderly person. It might be a teacher, it might be your sister, brother, parents or anybody. Immediately go to them and explain your problem, how you got hurt, and show your hurt to them so that they can do you the first aid. If you see an injured person, do not crowd around him or her. Keep calm, call a doctor. For small cuts and wounds, wash them with water, put an antiseptic lotion. For the deep cut, tie a bandage. So whenever your friend hurts or whenever your sister hurts or brother hurts, if you see any injured person, what you have to do? You have to cry aloud and you have to give an expression, oh, is it so? And you have to go and see the injury first? No. Whenever you see an injured person, whenever you see your brother or your friend getting hurt, do not get panic, do not shout or do not go very near to them because it may cause suffocation. The person when injured needs a lot of air to breathe in. So do not make a crowd there. Move away from the injured person, observe the injury. If you can do anything, try doing anything, but if you cannot do, go and immediately tell the thing to your elders. If it is a small cut, if it is a small bruise, then what I have to do? Wash it properly with the water and apply an antiseptic. If the cut is very deep, then use a bandage. If you are not aware of bandage usage, go to your elders, they will help out for your bandage. So this is how we have to do a small simple first aid. Now turn the page, all of you. Our houses keep us safe from heat, cold and rain and wind. So what do our houses do? Our houses keep us safe from the heat, cold and wind. And a house becomes home when the people are happy and healthy. So what is the difference between a house and home? A house is a physical construction which is made up of different materials. That's not important to us. But when does a house becomes home? When the people living inside are very healthy, happy, then the house, a physical construction, becomes a loving home. So we all love to stay at our home with our families. Then what we have to, how we have to make our house a healthy home are the measures given here. The most important thing, the main causes for the illness, unhealthiness of a person is not being clean. So how we have to keep our house clean? The main thing is always cover your windows and doors with a mesh. Why? Mosquitoes causes many types of fevers, malaria, dengue, all these types of viral fevers are because of mosquitoes. So always try to have a nylon net. Even if it is not a mesh door, nylon net is easily available for us. Nylon net is easily available for us. If with a Velcro, if we stick it to the windows and doors, the ventilation will be very good and the mosquitoes will not be able to enter into our house. For a healthy home, what we need? We need enough water and a very good ventilation. A good house is when the house is ventilated properly. We should always have a air flow in our house. The air should pass from one side to other side. So always have good ventilation at your home, that is have enough windows and doors. And also if possible we have to leave a little place like verandas, balconies around house if possible. It is in cities, in big cities, it is not possible to have big places, but in towns and villages we can have big houses with empty places, verandas and balconies, so that the fresh air flows and the children like you can also play very well. And air, and the next thing is water and the drainage facility of the house should be properly maintained, and it should, and the used water and the drainage water should be drained properly out of the house. For that we should take a proper measures while the construction of houses, and do not throw the big things like shampoo wrappers or any other things in the small pipelines of the drainages. Keep your drainages well maintained. And the everyday work your mom does, that we all do, is sweeping and mopping of the house. Sweeping and mopping of the house is must and should, and regular wash of the door curtains, bathrooms, door mats, all these things also avoids the different kinds of diseases and viruses which make us unhealthy. So keep sweeping and mopping. Most of the houses nowadays, everybody are very careful about their health. That is done in everybody's house. And few other extra measures are have a regular wash of your door curtains, and see that your toilets are neatly maintained and bathrooms are cleanly maintained, and always wipe your household appliances such as fridge, TV and coolers, whatever the electrical appliances are there. You cannot wash them. If you wash them, they'll get spoiled. So just with a cloth keep wiping them and maintain them neatly. So these are the measures. If we follow the safety measures and keep our house clean and neat, we will be healthy, and when we are healthy, automatically we will be happy. So this is how we make a house into a happy home. So in our lesson today, safety and home, we have learned the different safety measures that we have to follow at school, playground, road, home, and yes, that's all. These 4 places how we should be safe, we have learned the safety measures. We haven't missed a point, and I hope everybody of you follows the safety measures. Safety is not only for our sake, it is also for the others' sake. Be safe and make others to be safe, and also maintain the cleanly measures to keep your house neat and clean. And whenever you get with small hurts, try to do the first aid, and if you are not able to do, just go to your elders and explain your injury so that they might help you. I hope everybody will follow these safety measures and will be safe. Until then, with the next chapter, let us meet in our next class.